Understanding food. We are going to look at the influence of diet versus exercise when it comes to slimming. We're going to look at what food's made up of: carbohydrates, proteins, fiber, fats, etc. We're going to consider the 3 P's: portion as in portion sizes, proportion, balance and proportion of food in your diet, and preparation. How is your food prepared? So diet versus exercise, is it 50-50? Well, think about it. You can consume 300 calories in 2 minutes, but it would take you 60 minutes of hard, sweaty exercise to burn off those 300 calories. So you cannot avoid it. You got to think about food and drink if you want to lose weight. And that's difficult because all day we are constantly bombarded and tempted by different food and drink. And we have very little time to spend in the gym. The 80-20 rule applies. You have to think about diet if you want to lose weight. There are a lot of diet books out there, different ways to do the exact same thing, which is to lose weight. They don't work. They're unsustainable ways to eat, and when you quit them, you put on weight. There are even companies who will prepare your food for you. Again, it's not a normal way of eating. You can't sustain it. You'll quit. You'll go back to normal. You put on weight. So what's the commonality between diet books and prepared food? Well, it's all about different ways to consume less calories. But we can do that more sustainably by becoming more food aware and to educate ourselves about food. So there's smart food versus healthy food. Healthy food is nutritionally balanced. Smart food, though, is healthy food that's low in calories and will keep you full for longer. The 3 P's then: portion, proportion, preparation. You want to eat more smart foods. You want to ensure that you get the right proportion and balance of food types in your diet. You want to manage portion sizes and total daily energy intake so that you don't overeat. And you want to think about food preparation. So can I go for boiled or grilled food rather than deep fried food? Can I use seasoning to flavour my food rather than sauces and gravies? Can I use olive oil versus vegetable oil? Small changes that can make a huge difference when it comes to calorie intake. So what's your food made up of? Carbohydrates, protein, fibre, fat, vitamins, minerals, etc. You've seen this. You've seen the food pyramid. The foods you eat most of take the largest area of the pyramid. And as you go up a level, you eat less and less of those types of foods until you get to the junk foods. So carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are your main energy source. There are 2 types: complex and simple. Simple carbohydrates, or the white or beige carbohydrates I call them, like white flour, white pasta, white rice, or any food that's made up of sugar. That can include fruit, by the way, which has a natural sugar called fructose. But you've also got drinks like sugary drinks, sweets, smoothies, which are fruit based as well, alcohol, chocolate. Hunger is a combination of your stomach feeling empty, but also, more importantly, your blood sugar levels dipping low. Simple carbohydrates shoot up your blood sugar levels, but within a very short period of time they dip right down again. So you'll have overconsumed calories, but you'll be hungry again, you'll want more simple carbohydrates, and it's a vicious circle. You end up putting on weight. You can break it with complex carbohydrates. The carbohydrates you find in vegetables, starch foods, grains. Porridge is a great example. Complex carbohydrates are more fuel efficient. They still increase your blood sugar levels, but they do so at a much more gradual pace. So they keep you full for longer. And if you eat regularly, you'll never go hungry and you'll never overeat. You can actually eat yourself slim without even thinking about it. Protein then. Protein is the building block for a natural process that goes on every single day, which is repair and growth in your body. You cannot tone muscle without protein. You'll find protein in meat, fish, seeds, nuts, eggs, cheese, those kind of foods. Protein foods provide less calories, and like complex carbohydrates, they deliver that energy at a slower pace, keeping you full for longer. So they're a great food source. So protein shakes are excellent because they're a natural product. They keep you full for longer and stop you overeating. They're low in calories. They're vital for toning. You actually need additional protein if you're toning. That's what we want to do when you look at the exercise that we're going to perform to increase our metabolism, and they're really convenient. Fiber. Fiber provides roughage to keep your digestive system functioning optimally. It also provides bulk to keep you full for longer, and it's quite low in calories. So you can starve yourself sooner, for instance, eating a fibrous food like celery, which provides less calories to the body than the body needs to burn it off. Sources of fiber include grains, fruit and vegetables, seeds, that kind of thing. Fat. Fat in food is not the same as body fat. People get that confused all the time. They think that they consume butter and it will turn into body fat immediately. Just like any other food product, it needs to be metabolized and digested before it will be turned into body fat. True, it is highly calorific, but so are simple carbohydrates like sugary jellies, for instance. There are good and there are bad fats. You already probably know the bad fats. So deep fried food, chips, crisps, junk foods. Try and cook with good fats. Don't cook with vegetable oil, cook with olive oil for instance. Olive oil is not the only source of good fat. Fish oils, seeds, nuts, avocados, these also provide great sources of good fats. They're high in omega-3 and 6, which balances your cholesterol, and you need these fats to actually break down and burn body fat. Think about how you prepare your food. Don't deep fry your food. Try not to use vegetable oil at all. Go for boiling, grilling, baking, dry frying in the natural oils of the meats, or stir frying your food instead. Vitamins and minerals, all I can say is they're absolutely vital for a healthy body. You miss them when you go on a diet, and you'll get them in fruit and veg, which taste great and are low calorie. So you need balance in your diet. You want to get 40 to 50% of your food from complex carbohydrates, about 25% from protein, and about 20 to 25% from fats. And remember, drink contains calories too. If it's a sugary drink, it's a simple carbohydrate. Try to get 100% of your liquids from water. Most foods are a mix of the different food types if you think about it. The way you find out is by analysing the labels, and do so even just for your favourite foods. Become more food aware then. So think about the content and quality of the food and drink that you consume. Think about the quantity and the calories, particularly on a daily basis. Look at the portion sizes that you consume. Think about proportions and balance of the different types of foods in your diet, and really think about how your food is prepared. And in doing so, and in becoming more food aware, you will consume less calories without even having to think about it, which is why this is the most sustainable and successful way to lose weight. Because it involves making small changes that you can live with. Next, we're going to look at smart meal options.